Welcome to the end of week 9, everybody. Just reminding you that we have the collaborate session for A3 next week, so please come along to that or listen to the recording. It'll be taken by Emily, the other ELA. Just a short video this week. It'll start to probably sound a little bit repetitive, in fact, but this week we're looking at resources. I have water on my brain because it's meant to be one of the most scarce resources in decades to come. But anyway, we're looking at environment and limited resources. So if that's the issue you want to pick, I just want to point out there's a couple of different ways you could look at it. In fact, there's many different ways. You could probably choose just about any theoretical lens. I'm going to just give a very brief example of two that would work. So one would be human security, and this is looking at the idea that populations migrate, for example, looking for scarce resources. It might even cross over ethnic lines and create different divisions, so that there you have a spillover effect, so it could create civil conflict even in some cases and become a much bigger global issue. So this idea of what happens when there's scarce resources inside a country. Then you might look at what, as a global community, we do about scarce resources. Now for that, I would possibly even look at a traditional approach. Now someone this week picked realism. National borders can be about protecting scarce resources. And yes, that's definitely one way to look at that. There's also resource wars. We see that between Malaysia and Singapore, for example, over water, or perhaps much more violent conflicts in the Middle East or involving the US and different countries over oil, or at least suspected resource wars over oil. Then you have on the liberal side a number of international groupings that exist to come together and talk about, for example, the environment and what you do about scarce resources and things like renewable resources and how we create them and put them into the global economy. So that's done at an international level involving nation states and diplomats. So there's a couple of traditional ways we might look at it, and the first example I gave you looking at what scarcity of water or resources can do inside a community would be more of a human security perspective. So I hope that gives you some ideas. Please post your own ideas onto discussion threads. I think it really helps people to see examples, and I'm going to keep plugging that and keep trying to apply theory to your cases. And I've been enjoying reading assignment 2. Well done, everybody. You're getting a really good handle on that theory, and hopefully the feedback will be meaty enough that it'll help you go up another level in A3.